Everton versus Chelsea has got massive stakes behind it, because if Chelsea win, Chelsea go top of the league for a few hours, and if Liverpool fail to pick up the points, Chelsea go top of the league by Christmas. And the reality is, we're in a title race. People don't want to accept it. I might be the only one saying it, but I'll continue saying it. Furthermore, Enzo Maresca in a press conference tells us players that might want to leave, players that are injured, and players that need to stay rather than go on loan. I can't lie to you, it was very descriptive. There was a lot of information, and we also get links for Disasi to leave and KDH. We'll talk about it all in one video. But all I ask for you guys to do is pay the rent. Pay the rent. You do it every time you come to this channel. It's free. So all you have to do is hit that like button, and you did it. Thank you very much. 1,000 goes a massive way. Subscribe. We literally need 120 more people, and we hit 38,000. I want to do it by the end of the year. It'll be a massive gift from you guys to me as a Christmas present. And super chats. If any of you want to put any super chats for just to support the channel, truly grateful. It's never mandatory, but fully appreciated. Let's get started. We have got one heck of updates, and I want to start with the positives, right? The first thing I want to talk about is Reece James is back in training. So Enzo Maresca sat in his press conference and reiterated, this does not mean Reece James will be playing this Sunday or the Sunday after that. But what it does mean is he's back in partial training, and hopefully by next week he'll be back in full training, and they're going to work his conditioning up. Why am I happy about this? Well, we need a right back, and a player of Reece's quality will actually help us in the title race. You lot could get annoyed, I don't care. I believe we are in a title race. This is a title race, and for us, what we have to do is pick up points. So getting Reece back and ready to go is a priority, and I'm happy about it. Another player back, Mr. Joao Felix. This is very good news once again, considering Mudryk is out, and you just need to have attacking options. With Noni, Pedro, João, and Cole Palmer, I think we're ready to go, especially with Jadon Sancho in the form that he is. That's 5 players in behind Nkunku and Jackson. We're stacked there. We genuinely have a lot of options. We're blessed. Then some bad news now, and the bad news is that Romeo Lavia will not be back. And Romeo Lavia has literally a hamstring injury. He's not ready. They're going to reassess him, and they're going to see what's going to happen moving forward. There was some hope that he was going to be ready for Sunday's game against Everton. However, and this is the big one, they said they're going to see how things go on Saturday and then test it out. My advice, don't rush him. I'm begging you, please do not rush him. We do not need that kind of urgency. Let him come back on Boxing Day against Fulham. Give him all the time that he needs to recuperate. 2 people that are going to be out for a while, and while is very subjective, right? While could be 2 weeks, while could be 4 weeks, while could be a month, while could be a year. We don't know. Wesley Fofana and Badiashile. Both players are going to be out for a while. What I'm going to tell you guys is a lot of people are saying we need to buy a new centre-half. Saying calm down. Because initially the projection was Wesley Fofana should return at the end of December. And the reality is we're only at the 20th. So if he's back early January, it's perfect. We need to be very cautious because there's a player that's had a lot of injuries, and a relapse in injury is expected to occur. And Badiashile as well. You know, I think it's gone very underrated, or under the radar, not even underrated. I've worded that very badly. How frequently he's been injured as well. But that's the update on the injury front for the Everton game. Enzo Maresca was directly asked, what are you going to do now? Because there is no games from now till March in the Conference League. You got the FA Cup and you got a big squad. How are you going to keep people happy? And you know what? I really loved how transparent he was. He could have easily sat there and said, look, we've got a big squad. We're going to rotate heavily. And he said, look, we got 3 games in the next 7 days. So there's going to be opportunities for people to play. Enzo, broski, brother, please, uncle, I need you to do me a massive favor. Do not rotate heavily. I do not want to see 9 changes for a game against Fulham on Boxing Day. Please do not ruin my Boxing Day. Boxing Day is a sacred day of football for me, all right? I spend the day with my family for Christmas. Boxing Day, leave me alone. I want to watch football. I'm not even going to lie to you. I literally spend the day in my pajamas. I watch every single game from 12 till 8. I'm in front of the TV. I don't want to move. The only place I'm moving is to that fridge. I'm going to go to the fridge, get more leftovers. I'm definitely putting on 4 kilos during that, just in that day. So Enzo, please do not ruin it for me, okay? I just need 3 points. I need you to play the right players. Do not rotate heavily. However, he also went on to say players like Carney Chukwuemeka and Chilwell will be leaving. And he said, well, they all want to leave because they're not getting a game time. code, they'll be leaving. And the reason they're going to be leaving is Chelsea are basically pushing them out. Chelsea have actively shown them, look, you're not in our plans. Carney didn't even make the bench yesterday. They were not taking any risks. Chilly's Chilly, you know what I mean? Like, they wanted to get rid of him in the summer, but he refused to go, so he wasted a year of his career, in my opinion. So it's going to be very flexible, and he said if players come and tell him they want to leave, he won't stand in their way. He also went as far as saying they need to have very honest and transparent conversations if they arise, and he will not be the manager that basically stands in players' ways. Speaking of players leaving, 2 players have been linked away from the club, and the reason I'm reporting these stories is because I think there's legs in them. Number 1 is Keenan Drew. So Sammy Mockbell, listen, when it's an English person, if it's that great British passport, if Sammy Mockbell's reporting it, it's true. The guy's got sources. There is something to this story, right? He is saying there are clubs that want Keenan Drew. Keenan Drew is disappointed with the volume of minutes that he's played, and he is keen on getting a potential loan back to Leicester City. This makes sense. The question a lot of people will ask, why on earth did we sign him? Why on earth did we go and put that outlay of money on him? I'm going to tell you, I've got a feeling this is one of those, you scratch my back, I scratch yours, right? You know what I mean? Like, we'll take Enzo Maresca from you, let's talk. Oh, by the way, we got Golding, right? A youth team player. We kind of need some profit on that. Oh yeah, we'll pay 5 million for him. By the way, Chelsea, we need you lot to help us balance our books. You interested in Keenan Drew? Brother, I'll do you a favor. Don't worry, Habibi. Throw him in with the Enzo Maresca deal. We'll sort it out. Don't worry, Gaffer. We'll get it done. Gaffer of an acca. You know, one of those ones. However, it didn't work out for Keenan. He got a great pay rise. He's going to go back to Leicester. He's going to be on loan. Hopefully he shines. We can sell him on. The second story is Mr. Mon Ami Axel Disasi. Axel Disasi looks to be set to be leaving Chelsea Football Club. There are links with Juventus, and these are links coming from the French media. Juventus are interested in him, and one unnamed German club. Disasi is a good player, right? We can't pretend he's rubbish. I just don't think he's of the level of Chelsea. Nor do I think is Badiashile, nor do I think is Toussaint before all of you lot attack me, right? I think they are good players. In good systems, they'll look better. However, I feel like Disasi just does not shine in what we're going to ask him to do. He's going to struggle. And personally, if a right offer comes in, I would sell him. Anything with starting with a 3 and having a second digit, you can go. £30 million, loan him till the end of the season, and £30 million, I'll do it. Problem is we can't loan him. We're going to have to call players back off loan to loan him to a foreign club. So it's going to be very interesting how clubs are going to do this. We know Italian clubs don't currently have money. We know German clubs are just as broke. Like, it's going to be very difficult for someone in January to pay 30 million. I think the Sassy stays, for Keenan Drew goes on loan on a domestic loan, and then we sort of move out for the Sassy in the summer. In the comments below, let me know, do you want the Sassy to stay in January? Not the summer, in January. Do you think we need to keep him as cover? This next part was regarding Josh Achimpong, Tyreek George, and Mark Guiu. So Mark Guiu scored a hat-trick. Mark Guiu's reputation in less than a week has went from, I am terrible, I need to be sold, I don't know why Chelsea signed me, to, wow, Mark Guiu is going to be the next Luis Suarez, according to Joe Cole. What I'm going to say is, Mark Guiu is a good player. He runs around, he puts effort in, he got great reading of the game, physically, PMP, pace and power all over the gaff. The problem with Mark Guiu is, I'm still not convinced with his technical ability. I'm yet to see his shooting strike, his striking ability in 90-minute games, his link-up play. All of that will develop. All of that should develop as he plays more games. However, I asked myself, I heard Enzo Maresca talk yesterday and today, and he called him an 06 baby. And I was like, hold on, this kid's only 18 years old. And we never look at him like we look at a Tyreek George, or like we look at a Muheka, or like we look at Josh Achimpong. We always look at him as he's meant to be better. Why? Like, I asked myself that, and I've said, this kid needs a loan. But then Enzo comes out and he delivers this. And I just don't understand. I get it. I really do. He said he would prefer if Mark, Tyreek, and Josh all stayed with the club. He wants them to be in and around the house so they can learn the way Chelsea want them to play. They can pick up the good habits, and they can just be in and around the club. For me, there's one problem here, right? And I genuinely mean this. If you want that to happen, are you going to trust them and give them the minutes to develop? Because if they're training right, like you say, who are you going to trust? Are you going to trust Josh Achimpong or are you going to trust Tosin Adarabioyo? Because I know which one's going to have the better career in the long run. And I actually don't know which one is better at the moment. Because if you're not going to give Josh the minutes over Tosin now, and he's training better than him in training, or he's training as well as him in training, then Josh is better off going to the championship and getting some minutes. So for me, this is a very complicated decision. There is no right answer. It's preference. And I think each case is different. Like, for example, a lot of people are saying recall Andre Santos and send Leslie Ogochukwu to Strasbourg. I think the Strasbourg fans would riot if we did that. But it's the right move for Chelsea because Lavia's hamstring issues mean one thing. We need another coverage player to help Caicedo and Enzo to take the load off them. And we don't have it at the moment. Maybe Leslie can come back and do the job there. Everton versus Chelsea is a massive game, right? I can't start to expand on the level of the importance on this game. If Chelsea win, what I'm going to say is we're the real deal. We genuinely are the real deal. Because what it'll mean is it's 6 games in the Premier League in a row. It'll mean 9 games overall that we've won in a row. It'll also mean that Chelsea could go top. I can't believe I'm saying those words. I did not expect to say those words in the Premier League. However, we need to just go and do our job. The players, I saw Noni Madueke the other day in an interview, said, I don't even know what title race is. I get it. I absolutely get when he says it. I get when Nicholas Jackson says it. I get it when Tosin Adarabioyo say it. What I don't get is why our fans are saying it. Broski, our words don't impact the players. We can get excited. Enjoy this. You have to enjoy it. The next thing I think Chelsea need to worry about the preview in this game is we need to control the ball and we need to be vigilant when we have the ball defensively. Do not allow them to do to us what Kenny did to us against Shamrock Rovers. We lost the ball in transition. They get the ball one-on-one with our centre-back. Next thing you know, force a corner. We're under the press because Everton are very good from a corner or a free kick. And then they score a goal and then they defend for their lives for the remainder of the game. What I think will happen is the team will be Robert Sanchez in goal. I genuinely believe he's going to go with Malo Gusto. We're going to have three centre-backs or a left-back in Viega, Tosin and Colwell, which I think for that game is the right way to go because you'll have Viega physicality as well as ball-playing ability. Levi Colwell will be in the middle. Tosin will be on that right-hand side. Gusto will do his roaming role that he gets to do and he runs everywhere he wants and enjoys himself. Enzo and Caicedo in the middle. I think Palmer in the 10. Sancho goes onto the left-hand side. On the right, I'm going personally with Pedro Neto. A lot of people are calling for Noni Madueke. They think he's the better player. I don't think so. I'm going with Pedro Neto. I think his creativity is great. His one-on-one ability is great. It's a hard choice. Up top, Nico starts. Nico's been on good form recently, and I need him to play. What I'm going to tell you guys is the result is the most important thing. We don't do well at Goodison Park, and Enzo Maresca didn't know that. He found that out today. I know that. I think we've won 6 of our last 14 and 15 there. So we need to make sure that we go out there and we do our job and we break another voodoo ground that we don't do well. But before we leave, I need you guys to do me a favor. I need you to hit that like button. I need you to subscribe to the channel. And there's 2 videos I have for you. The first one is Gary Neville apologizing to Chelsea Football Club. We all love Gary Neville groveling to us. So you can go check that out. Or down here, I have the review of the Shamrock game. A lot of you didn't watch it. I don't understand. I'll stay up till 10:30 at night. I released the video for you guys and none of you are watching it. Come on guys, it's been got like 4,000 views. Go check it out, support the channel. Peace out, I'm out. Have a lovely day. Bye.